Good evening and welcome to this week's edition of North Penn News. I'm Joe Brown along with Trish Williams. Tonight we begin at the high school where North Penn School District's first annual Seniors Choice Awards banquet was a great success. The superintendent, administrators, and the school board members presented the award to 100 teachers who touched the lives of this year's senior class. After a dinner served by members of the class of 1996, student speakers Chris Cushman and Jean Sue reflected on some of their influential teachers in their lives.
I would like to start things off by congratulating all of you for being selected for this award. You are here tonight because you have left a lasting impression on a senior throughout his or her journey, throughout North Penn School District.
Word, just ask, echo in my head for every classroom I enter. It was a piece of advice given by an 8th grade geometry teacher who feared his classroom of blank faces was more than a sign of confusion and not understanding. Every year as the courses grow more and more difficult, I think of this teacher's suggestion, as well as all the other helpful hints, hours of after-school tutoring or explicit directions that teachers gave to guide me in life.
Okay, I get to go first.
Board President Tom Clemens and Vice President Donna Mengel gave humorous and emotional recollections of their days as students in the North Penn School District.
Comment on a teacher who is here tonight, who is in high school, who had an impact on my life, and also is being tough and fair. I'll tell you how tough this particular individual was. I had this teacher in 10th grade biology, and as part of the biology class, we would look at our blood under a microscope. And this particular teacher would not let you prick your own finger. He would say, line up. He would line us up in a very straight line. And he said, I will prick your finger. Whether you're a guy or a girl, put it there, and I will take care of it. His name is Mr. Dan Driscoll, and he is here tonight.
And last but not least, sometimes it isn't always a teacher, it's a support staff member who shows an act of kindness or shows an interest.
And 1, 2, and we get one more.
The Awards banquet was a memorable night that is the beginning of another wonderful tradition here at North Penn School District.
Recently, North Penn High School music teacher Dr. Davis Giersch was honored as North Penn's B'nai B'rith Person of the Year. This award is given annually to a person or organization that shows extraordinary service to the community and has made a positive contribution to society. The event was held at the Tiferet Bet Israel Synagogue and began with a concert that featured, among others, North Penn's own ambassadors, which Dr. Giersch directs. Dr. Giersch also received a proclamation from the Pennsylvania House of Representatives and the PA Senate. Representative John Fox was on hand for the event, along with Representative Godshall and Senator Hall. Among those who spoke of Dr. Giersch's accomplishments and achievements were Dr. Bond, Ted Heller, and a former student who spoke on his contribution to the students at North Penn High School. Congratulations to Dr. Giersch.
On Tuesday, North Penn High School held its annual Drop Everything and Read Day for National Library Week. At approximately 8:45 a.m., every person in North Penn High School stopped what they were doing and took the time to read anything they wanted for 15 minutes. National Library Week started on Monday and will continue to the end of the week. All libraries in North Penn School District have been holding a National Library Week promotion of some sort. Stop in and check out what's going on at your school's library.
North Penn recently received honors at the Delaware Valley Science Fair. North Penn High School junior Heather Gorman received the Future Scientist Award from the USDA Eastern Regional Resource Center and an award from the National Water Research Institute for her botany entry. 10th grader Wayne Bon Lau won 3rd place in his division for environmental entry. Sophomore Rishi Sinel's physics entry received a special award from the Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineering Incorporated. 9th grader Janice Drew earned 2nd place in the chemistry division. Soini Senyal, also a 9th grader, received 1st place in the biochemistry division and received a Future Scientists Award from the USDA Eastern Regional Resource Center. John Fink, an 8th grader at Pembroke, received an honorable mention for his physics entry.
The March of Dimes Walk America will take place on April 28th at 9 a.m. The walk will be followed with food, entertainment, and prizes. Anyone interested in participating should contact Maureen Hogan at Bridle Path Elementary School.
The North Penn Music Aids, along with many other clubs from the high school, will be sponsoring their annual May Fair, which will be held at the high school on May 4th. The fair will include a craft show, a plant sale, a silent auction, face painting, refreshments, and a car wash. Various performance groups from the high school and middle schools will also be performing.
And the North Penn High School and Northern Montgomery County Drug and Alcohol Task Force formed a partnership to provide a post-prom party for the senior class. The purpose of the combination is to provide the seniors with a safe environment on prom night. As part of the fundraising effort for this event, the post-prom committee hosted a student fashion show entitled All That Glitters, recently held at North Penn High School. Seniors modeled prom fashions from local merchants for both girls and guys. Approximately 20 student models and 6 MCs made the show a fun time for all.
On Friday, April 12th, the Pembroke Middle School Jazz Band was the featured band at the Pennsylvania Music Educators Association State Convention, held at the Valley Forge Sheraton Hotel. The jazz band received the invitation to perform from an audition tape that the group had sent in the summer before. The Pembroke Ensemble was the only middle school jazz group to be featured at the annual convention.
Eric Buchanan, a local cartoonist, recently visited with second graders at Walton Farm. Buchanan explained the writing process and the use of rough copies, as well as helping students create their own comic strip.
Coming up this week in the North Penn School District. On Monday, April 22nd, the Knights Wrestling Club meeting will be held at North Penn High School, starting at 7:30 p.m. Tuesday night, April 23rd, GED testing will be held in room E26 at North Penn High School, and that will be starting at 6:30. The Hatfield Home and School meeting at 7 p.m. on that same date, and the North Penn volleyball team will be competing against Neshaminy. Wednesday, April 24th, all elementary and middle school students will have early dismissal. All day in the North Penn High School North Crawford Stadium, the Special Olympics will be held, and from 6:30 to 10:30 p.m., GED second session testing is in room E26. This is all at North Penn High School.
Now for the exciting world of North Penn High School sports. Tonight we begin on the baseball diamond, where the North Penn baseball team got its first league win of the season last Thursday, beating Ben Salem 4-1. Leading the way for the Knights with an excellent performance was pitcher Cam McCormick. He limited the outs to just 6 hits while striking out 6 and walking only 2. Spence Williams had 2 doubles for North Penn, and Eric LaPotent and Tom Kemper checked in with RBIs. The Knights' record now stands at 2-1 overall and 1-1 in the league.
After 2 weeks of postponed games and endless practices, the North Penn girls lacrosse team exploded onto the field last week, winning game after game. Last Thursday, the Maidens dominated every aspect of the game to win 18-6 over host Norristown. High scorers of the game were Jen Hauser with 6 goals and Kristen Somar with 5. The following the Knights, the Maidens traveled to Wissahickon. North Penn won with a score of 14-12. This past Monday, the girls lacrosse team continued to build on its fine season by beating Council Rock 8-4. Goalie Kari Steele was the star of the game, according to Coach Bunting. Kari Steele blocked 14 shots. The Maidens improved their record to 4-0 in the league overall.
Well, the North Penn boys tennis team defeated Norristown last Wednesday with a score of 7-0, signifying the Knights' first league victory. The Knights swept Norristown, losing only 3 games of the entire match. Winning the singles for North Penn were Linka Baranova, Andrew Averbach, and Hyo Kim and George Yu. The doubles team of Alex Tweedy and Jeff Palin, Rutger Blau and Connie Wynn, and Steve Houghton and Nathan Giersch were also victorious. The following day, the Knights tennis team dominated Perk Valley in a non-league competition with a 6-1 win, improving their record to 4-1 overall.
North Penn ran strong as both the boys and girls track teams defeated Pennsbury last week. The girls won 14 of the 17 events to win with a score of 104-37. Multiple winners for the Maidens were Jess Franks, Beth George, Jamaica Hall, and Yvette Wisher. On the boys' side, the Knights continued to improve their undefeated record with a win of 97-53. Led by double winner Brad Delmuta, the Knights had 8 other individuals place first. This past Saturday, the boys and girls track teams participated in the Coaches Association Relays, held at Wissahickon High School. The North Penn's boys captured first place in 2 events, the 2-mile relay and the distance medley relay, while the girls came away with the second in the 2-mile relay and the 3rd place in the distance run.
After falling behind early, the girls' soccer team rallied back Thursday afternoon to defeat William Tennant of a score 3-1. Scoring goals for the maidens were Jen Crocco, Angelyn Dobes, and Lindsay Jernigan. Playing goal for North Penn was Jackie Trahey and Kim Wampole, both with 2 saves apiece. Monday night, North Penn and Lansdale Catholic girls' soccer teams played their first ever game under the lights at Crawford Stadium. North Penn prevailed 3-0. Allison Kelleher was the maidens' lead scorer with 2 second-period goals.
In an exciting match Tuesday night, the Knights volleyball team came up short in a losing effort to Pennsbury. The Knights did manage to win the first match 15-10, but trailed through the second and held a 13-12 lead in the third before eventually losing the match 12-15. Standouts for the North Penn team began with Brent Roberts leading the team with 5 blocks and 15 kills, and also Mike Mudry, who led the team with 17 of the team's 46 kills. We saw more strong plays from Alec Dressel, who checked in with 3 of the team's 7 aces. But even with the strong effort, the North Penn still falls to 4-2 in Suburban 1 national play and 6-2 overall. Next match for the Knights will be Thursday at Bensalem.
And improving their record to 4-0 in the league and 5-0 overall, the North Penn girls softball team sneaked past opponents Norristown with a score of 1-0 on Tuesday. North Penn's pitcher Andrea Cubbage dominated on the mound, allowing only 3 singles, 1 walk, and striking out 6. She also scored the only run off a triple by Jill Baker.
That's it for this edition of North Penn News. I'd like to thank you very much for watching. For North Penn Television, I'm Trish Williams.
And I'm Joel Brown. We will see you here next week.
Good night.
Welcome to another North Penn Science Break. Today we're going fishing. What we have is a tank of water and some paper fish. If you look closely at these fish, you'll find they're a little bit different. They have a very long fin. They're kind of cut up the middle, and there's a little hole right about in where the fish's stomach would be. We're going to have the fish float in the water and see if we can make him swim. So I'm going to set the fish in the water, and I'm going to add, where the little hole is, some dishwashing liquid. There goes the fish. Amazing. You can try this at home. So what you need to do is make a paper fish. Make your favorite shape of fish. It can be a small one, depending upon the size of the tank you've got. Just make sure that you have a couple of long fins and a little hole in the middle. And you can drop in a drop of any kind of dishwashing liquid and make the fish swim. What happens if you try to make a bunch of fish swim? Try it and see. You may be surprised. For North Penn Television, I'm Donna Brown.